Digital splendor. Literature illuminated.
Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're jumping into the chilling opening chapters of H.G. Wells' The War of the Worlds. It's a story that asks a terrifying question. What happens when humanity, the self-proclaimed masters of the earth, suddenly finds itself looking up at a new and vastly superior master? Right from the first line, Wells sets up this incredible, chilling irony. See, we know what's coming, but the people in the story have no idea. They're living at the absolute height of the British Empire, feeling on top of the world, completely oblivious to the fact that they're being studied from across the stars, almost like germs in a petri dish. So this first part is all about the mindset of the time. It's this deep and, as we're about to find out, totally fatal sense of human superiority. Wells really paints a picture of a world so confident, so sure of its own power, that the idea of a bigger threat is just unthinkable. That phrase, infinite complacency, just nails it. You know, people are wrapped up in their little affairs, learning to ride the new bicycle, having debates about morality. Their entire world is so small, so self-assured, that a threat from another planet isn't just unlikely, it's basically a joke. And here's where Wells does something brilliant. He gives the Martians a motive that's chillingly logical. This isn't just random evil, nope. They're desperate. Their world is literally dying. It's getting colder, it's running out of resources, and they look across space and see Earth, warm, wet, and teeming with life. So the invasion isn't just for conquest, it's a cold, calculated act of survival. This right here is the heart of the horror. The Martians aren't like some screaming movie monsters. They're vast and cool and unsympathetic. Their intelligence is this cold, emotionless, calculating force. And from their point of view, us, our cities, our lives, we're totally irrelevant. We're no different than the animals they might find on a new world they plan to colonize.
Okay, so let's get to the arrival, and you'll see how this whole thing builds from just a scientific curiosity into something way, way more terrifying. The danger doesn't arrive with a big explosion, it just falls out of the sky.
So picture this. For 10 nights in a row, astronomers are watching these huge flashes of light erupt on Mars. And they just assume it's, volcanoes or something. They had absolutely no idea they were watching a giant cannon firing an invasion force, one cylinder at a time, straight at Earth. The threat was already on its way. The arrival itself is almost boring. Hundreds of people see this green streak of fire in the sky and just go, oh, a shooting star. The very first alien ship to land on our planet doesn't hit a major city, it just smashes into a quiet field near a small town. Probably the single most important event in history, and almost nobody even noticed. An astronomer named Ogilvy's the first one to find it, and the first little clue that something's wrong, that this isn't just a rock from space, is its shape. It's not a jagged meteorite. It's a perfect, man-made, alien-made, cylinder. That one little detail is the moment the world starts to crack. And get this, humanity's first reaction to this unbelievable, world-changing event isn't fear. It's not caution. It's basically a county fair. A huge crowd gathers to look at it, kids are throwing rocks at it, and someone even starts selling snacks. It's that infinite complacency in action. They literally can't recognize a mortal threat, even when it's sitting right in front of them. And here is where the whole vibe shifts. All that fun, festive curiosity is about to turn into pure, uncontrollable horror. You can just feel Wells ratcheting up the tension, step by agonizing step. There's this humming sound. The top starts to slowly turn. A screw pushes its way out. He takes this lifeless object and turns it into something active, something menacing. And then, that first tentacle snakes out. And then we see it. This description is just so good because we're seeing it right through the narrator's shocked eyes. It's not some dragon from a fairy tale, it's a rounded bulk that glistened like wet leather. And the worst part, those two huge dark eyes are just staring right at him, thinking, watching. The narrator isn't just scared, he's filled with this deep gut-level disgust and dread. Wells uses these words like fungoid and oily to make it sound just wrong. It struggles to move in our heavier gravity, making it seem clumsy. But the intelligence in those eyes makes one thing very clear. This isn't just an animal. It's a thinking and absolutely terrifying being. All right, this is the moment. This is the turning point. Every single assumption humanity has about itself, about communication, about war, it's all about to get burned away. This is where we learn just how big the power gap really is. And look at what the humans do. It's so human. They form a little group, they get a white flag, the universal symbol for peace, and they walk toward the cylinder. They assume that any intelligent life form would have to understand and respect that gesture. They could not be more wrong. The Martian response isn't a gesture, it's a weapon, something completely beyond what humans can even understand. It's not a bullet, it's not a bomb, it's an invisible beam of pure heat. It's silent, it's instant, and it is absolute. It's the perfect weapon for a cool and unsympathetic mind. This line just captures the horror perfectly. There's no sound, no warning. 1 second, a man is standing there with a white flag. The next second, he's just gone, replaced by a puff of flame. The violence is so fast and so complete it barely seems real. More than 40 people, the peacekeepers, the curious onlookers who got too close, were instantly incinerated in that first silent attack. The Martians sent their first message to Earth without saying a single word. And just like that, in the aftermath of this one-sided slaughter, everything changes. The old world, the one with rules, with safety, with humans at the top, is gone. The Great Disillusionment has officially begun.
And this isn't just being scared like a soldier in a battle. This is a much deeper kind of fear. It's the terror you feel when you realize that your entire species is completely and totally meaningless. The narrator's sophisticated, civilized mind is just stripped away, and all that's left is the primal fear of a little kid.
The pattern over the next few hours is just brutal and simple. Every single thing humans try, diplomacy with a white flag, a brave cavalry charge, even our most powerful cannons, is met with the exact same response, the silent, invisible heat ray. And the result is always the same, annihilation. You see, the Martians didn't just start a war, they introduced a whole new kind of destruction. Human wars, as awful as they are, usually have targets and rules. But the heat ray doesn't care. It doesn't see a difference between a soldier and a child, or a house and a tree. It just erases everything it touches. So this incredible opening is so much more than just a sci-fi story, right? It's a timeless warning about the danger of being too sure of ourselves. It forces us to ask tough questions about our place in the universe, and it leaves us with this really unsettling final thought, one that's just as relevant today as it was then. What are the Martians that we are too complacent to see coming?